What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Joshua Texoma RC, and that's the old Doug FCX24 Slayer Pro Wide. That's pretty much the exact same start that we had in the last video. Pretty much. That's what it was supposed to be. I wanted to come out here today and do all of the moves that I did the day before with the changes that I had made. See if they made any improvements, and you better believe it, dude. You better believe it. So also at the end of this video, there will be, I guess not the end of the video, after the driving here today is the driving we did yesterday in the video that I was unable to finish because I was freaking exhausted. So I got most of the video edited and there was just no way that I could talk. So I just went ahead, shut it down last night. I ended up being short on my printing because of that. So anyways, you got to run the printer all day, man, trying to keep up with all this stuff going out, dude. Sending out a ton of stuff this week, way more than got paid for, but that's what happens when you're sending to YouTubers that are going to show off for you. You got to give them some stuff to show off. Do not expect these guys to pay for all this stuff. I sent out hella stuff, though. Like hundreds of dollars of stuff to Matt from 2FMRC. Cannot wait for him to get it. Little nervous, dude. Little freaking nervous. I promise, dude. I've been waiting forever to send this to him just for multiple reasons. Number one, dude, I want it to be so freaking awesome and for him to be so pumped to play with the toys that I made for him. Number two, if Matt from 2FMRC is happy with it, I am then now nervous about, I couldn't do that there. What comes next, dude? Right? Like, the number of orders that could potentially come and the amount of work that I will have to do will be nuts. But that's a good thing because it means money in the bank. Hopefully, hopefully I can get some money in the bank, dude. Maybe I can stop forgetting crap in orders, dude. Which I will fix, dude. I have been fixing. I've been making better. I will get into rhythm. I've really messed up in the last couple of weeks. When I was doing all the prototyping on the other rig, I was in a chaotic mode and just things were crazy, dude. So I messed a few things up, and I'm very sorry to you guys that I missed. Like I'm missing the CR18B steering link. I missed the link set. I missed the steering link twice, dude. What the crap? And I will tell you right now, there's a piece sitting on my desk. I hope that it was just something extra. I had a lot of extra parts and from prints that messed up and whatever. So I hope this was extra, dude. I'm really hoping so. If not, I apologize. I'll fix it. I'll make it right, dude. I will include cool parts that he didn't pay for, I promise. Look at this. So good. So freaking good. So, if you're new here, man, I sure do appreciate you, dude. After I've talked about all this crap that I suck at and I messed up, and it's probably not the best business model when you're telling people that you made mistakes. Probably not the best, but that's the truth. And I ain't trying to hide from you, dude. I'll own it. I made mistakes, dude, but I will do my best to make it right. And even if that meant giving you all your money back. Please don't test me on it, dude. I'll do it. Ooh, watch this one. So pretty. Alright, so the power system we're running in here, it's just the Hobby Plus CR18P motor. And it's the Hobby Plus upgrade electronics. I don't know that it's an upgrade off of the new Hobby Plus, but that's what it is. It's the 2S ESC runs out with the receiver. It's not a combo. So I don't know that I would actually recommend this. It's just something that I had a power system to have another vehicle and not rob something out of something else. So I will show off in the next video, probably put one of the FCX24 power systems in it just to show what it would be like. It would be super better. And I also need to check to make sure, well, no, I know that it works. It would be way better with an Enduro Pro. So if we put the stock electronics from an FCX24 with an Enduro Pro on here, it's going to be freaking rad. So unfortunately, that's just what we are driving, but it's still really good. you know, it's just the biggest thing is when you start to transition, you crest over, you can see that you are needing more throttle, and then especially on the descents, it's not very good. It just wants to run down the hill, so that's hard. But anyways, dude, we freaking killed it around here. Things that we did change. So what did we have to do to make it perform better? We swapped the trailing arms. You'll see in the second part of this video, when I was running with Sammy yesterday, I noticed that I was hitting on the belly a lot. So I was looking at that, and I had already changed the profile of the link, the shape of the link a little bit to help with the transition. But when I was looking at it, I remembered, oh yeah, I made them to go the other way. So I made them to run. So I've added link holes, or holes for the shocks, and they're mounted backwards actually. Why are they mounted backwards? Well, originally when I drew them, I drew one way. I put them on the FCX24, and they were hitting the upper link mounting position. So that wasn't good. But turns out when you turn them around, they worked freaking rad. With the 43 millimeter shocks having plenty of dropout, just because with where the radius is, if the shocks can't drop out, it's basically like pulling right into your collarbone. When it comes out enough, it just swoops right over, but if not, it's just like a big hump. So that's what I was experiencing, is that big hump, the transition onto the skid, because this doesn't have near the dropout with these shocks. Something else that we'll be looking at this weekend. So maybe in the next video you'll see the final changes and what I recommend in this rig, and I'll have to get all these parts sent out to Matt to finish his build.
Bad setup for this one, I think.
But look at this, dude. We didn't make this yesterday. Back up, dude. I fell out of position. I was in a terrible position coming into it. But look, dude, here we go. Approach it. Come on, dude. Get up there. One thing also, look at how clocked the rear axle is. It's super duper clocked. That was the last thing that I finally did last night to get it to perform. And I felt like that really, really helped on the front right tire. So it's doing incredibly better with that clocked axle. So what am I going to do? Actually have parts that are drawn already, just waiting for print time to see if we can drop where those links mount. Front and rear, we're going to do it. And just put them to be like they would be more on a normal car. If you go look at, like, I went and looked at the Jeep, it's what I thought it was. The link mounts to the bottom of the axle, not mounted in the center, way out in front of the axle. Not good. And so we're going to see how that affects. That's basically what clocking the axle did. There's other things that are going along with that axle clock. So we are going to see how, anyways, we're going to see how all this relates. But the idea is to have the link sitting on top of, the axle sitting on top of the link. It's not going to mount all the way on top, but I'll put it in front. Basically just dropping it, I think 3.5 millimeters, so that the center of the link ball would basically be at the bottom of the axle. So at the bottom of the housing, just trying to give it a little bit, where it's more sitting on the link. Look at this right here, dude. This is so good, bro. So good. Oh my gosh. We have no overdrive. That's just badass. Okay, so what's the point of that? Well, if you just think of, I don't know if you ever used levers and ever use like a dolly or whatever. It makes super difference on how your lever attaches to your fulcrum, your wheel, and how that all works. So that's actually what I'm working on, what we need to fix, and why the FCX24 raises that wheel. And so I think this fix should hopefully work. If it does, we'll be making the same thing for the CR18P because it would just make it that much even better. But it should make it roll over things much better when the link is mounted up underneath or at least towards the bottom of the axle versus on the back or on the top. You know, you might think that it doesn't make a difference, but it makes a huge difference on where that link point is. So, you know, again, when you're clocking the axle, that's what it is doing. You're putting it down so that the link. If you ever ridden a bicycle with with the front end, you stretched like a stretched bike, you know, or like the new mountain bikes, right? The new downhill bikes or whatever. When you start getting like 60 degrees or whatever on your front down tube, you know, that starts to be a lot, dude. It's a real slack angles. You know what that does is it puts the mounting position up underneath the wheel, and the way that what that feels like and how that pushes into obstacles is crazy. If you want to see what I'm saying, go look at the FCX24, the new red build. Watch how that pushes into obstacles. It's just mind blowing to watch the energy transfer. If you geek out on that kind of thing like I do, you just watch it hit and it goes zoom, and it's like so incredibly smooth in that transition, and that is why. It's because of the clock of the axle, and then also having the big part of that again is having the links mounting to the underside of the axle, and it's just how the energy is transferred to the, you know, it's just how the energy is transferred. Anyway, so it's something that I made. We're gonna see again. This is the first time right here. This climb has never happened by another car out here that we've brought. But the thing about it is, I've never driven a rig that's that big out here on these rocks.
Gosh, dude. Last one. Can we get over the last
So
one?
this thing is a huge belly dragger.
Get over it. Yep.
All right, here we go. We got with Sammy running. What did he say? Yosemite Sam. That started out as the patriotic pecker build that I gave to him. I had no idea at the time that he was going to be hanging out every day. Or at least every week. I wish he could come play every day. That'd be rad.
I think
He's still too far away for that.
Yep.
All right, so I was just getting ready to go show off yesterday my improvements, the things that I had done to change. By the way, one thing that I also did today, yesterday I cut holes in my tires trying to vent them. The tires are too sticky, so they just basically still acted like non-vented tires. I don't think that I'd notice a difference at all. But then today I drilled holes in the wheels, actually, in the deep side, and I definitely felt the difference. Definitely was better. The tires definitely need to be vented. They need to be softer. They didn't roll at all. So I didn't notice any roll extra coming from the tires. Some I got to check out, but I still think that they're still plenty good. Sammy! Oh my gosh, look at this. Yep. Give me my spot back.
Okay,
Give me my spot back. Okay. I mean, get out of the way. Sorry, Sam. So anyways, dude, I was getting ready to come out and do my testing yesterday out at the dam, and
super hard.
got a call from Sammy, my boy, and I said, man, you want to play? He said, hell yeah. So I was like, all right, bet, let's go. So I waited for Sammy. He came up. We got out on the rocks, man. It was a great time. Definitely not a very fair matchup here. Running the old Yosemite Spicy Sam. Spicy Yosemite Sammy, dude. Running the Samix motor. Always spicy, dude. Still struggling with the servo. I think he burned it up the other day.
Shorty is like at least
he had the hole on his, he cut the servo horn too short. It was binding up underneath
like
how it was hitting, and probably burnt the servo up. Should have just put it away for the day, but you know, he wanted to play, dude. But definitely a badass rig. Thanks for showing off all the parts, Sam. Thanks for coming out to play. But definitely not quite the same class. They look quite similar, but I bet he's like 3 times faster minimum. Minimum 3 times faster. But that is the So if you were going to run the FCX24 axles and you wanted to go brushed, my first recommendation, if you have the stock electronics, would be to go with the Endura Pro. If you have upgrade electronics and you want to stay brushed, then I would recommend the Sammy motor. The Sammy motor will not start slow enough with the stock electronics, and so. But if you could go to 3S on the Sammy with the Sammy motor on the CR18P transmission is freaking rad. So that would be, I've already done it on the 18P. That's where you're running Goldilocks. I need to get Goldilocks fixed and out on the rocks, but we got too many rigs and too many things to do. We still got to get this one finished up and get the Etsy store finished up and get our videos for FRC done. And oh my gosh, dude, this week has just flown by. But, dude, thank you guys so much for your orders, for your support, for Patreon. If you have not joined Patreon, I haven't got to do anything on it this week yet, but I will be hooking you guys up with something special. You can get 20% off just for giving me $5, dude. Give me $5, you get 20% off. Dude, that could be worth, I don't know, it's $20. Maybe more, however much money you spend at the shop, so you could spend a whole lot, save you a lot for $5, dude. It means a lot to me for you to join Patreon, and if you, I don't really know how it works, if you can just quit, but I'm surely you probably could just quit after a month, if you just needed to save some money, get your discount code, buy you some parts, and, move on. Let's go. Oh man, I wanted this to be so clean. It looks pretty clean. I did pretty good. But again, this is where the power, I was under bind. I cleared the bind and it wanted to push forward. So again, this is just one of those things. It's just not a very good ESC. I won't bring it out again in this setup. I will make sure to be able to show it off much better. So,
hook back there, bud.
Anyways, dude. Had a little bit of bind. There we go. Clear the tire. Here we go. Let's see what you got, Sam. See what you got. Can you push it up in there? Stay balanced. See, this is another one for him where I don't know what ESC he's running in this. No, it's a little to start up with the. He's running the FCX24, obviously, and then the Sammy motor. So. I believe it's on 3S. It's super spicy. So, but I don't remember what ESC that he is running that on. Little glitchy, little hard to drive. With the 18P, it's 104-to-1 transmission, so it takes all that spice and really tames it down. But you still have plenty of pop and plenty of top end with that motor. So it's just really cool. One of those things, if you've heard the saying, I've heard it now a couple times, to volt up and gear down. So that's exactly what this is. I'm going to 3S with a super spinny motor and then gearing down, right? The 104-to-1 transmission. So it really gives us a great feel. And so that's definitely what I recommend, and that's what we will be running in this setup for now. If you wanted to go brushless, obviously you could run the FCX24 transmission. You got two different ones to choose from, a short and a long skid, and so definitely can choose your options. Come on, dude. This is one of those things. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of those where it's you can see the link humps up. And then it's not dropping out. So there's literally like a hump that it's sitting on right there. Not good, dude. Terrible. But I fixed it. I made it better. It doesn't do that anymore. Well, you just flip it around. Just flip it around, guy. Well, the way you drew it. Come on, dude. You think there's a right way to do things, but that's not always the same per everything, every situation, And that would be wisdom, would be the application and coming up with the right thing for right now, because it may have been the right thing yesterday, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing today. So you got to go with it, dude. Change your rig, and you're like, oh, crap, it's backwards. Fix it. Check out the weighted steering link, dude. Who does that, bro? 1.5 ounces. Wow. But that's how he reached the 62%, not running any brass other than a little few. We got portals. Sorry. We have the brass inner and brass outer portal covers in the front, and then we have the outers in the rear. That's all the brass that's on the rig. It's just the Mofo, or the Texoma style Slaymo wheels. Dude, I can't talk today. Freaking tired, dude. We're gonna get through it. We are gonna get through it. Badass crawling, dude. Looking good, Samo. Oh, right as they say that, it got way better. It just got way better. And then you fell off. Come on, push it up in there clean. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Look at it. Ooh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Good job, Sammy. Okay, so I wanted to try something different.
That route, Sam.
Look at it go. Doing so much better, dude, with the front right tire already in this video, and I made with the changes that I had made for the beginning part of this video today. Much better. But see again, see me caught up right there. See where it's hitting, and it's caught on the front side of the skid. Not good, bro. Not good. So what happens if you actually put it up in there and you pull the trigger? You break the drive shaft, or yeah, typically just on me, which is plastic. And having done it so many times, you just pop the drive shaft. Look at that pull up right here, though.
Savageness.
So good.
I've never seen it.
So freaking hard.
That's hell.
Trying to push up over that, the right with your rear tires.
I don't know if I get this again. I need to put it on the board.
Yeah.
Such a savage climb, dude. These tires are doing awesome. The key is to keep them super slow. Don't let them lose grip. And so that's again with this transmit or with this ESC is just really freaking hard, dude. Really hard. That is where a brushless setup would come in handy. But again, you put it in Enduro Pro with the stock electronics, and you'd probably be there.
Yeah.
It would probably be torquey enough to break some
It helps
shit.
when the axle can land at almost 90 degrees.
I will show you, dude. You don't believe me? Watch.
It's super helpful, dude.
Watch, dude. I'll show you.
Push up on that stupid flat top.
It's gonna be rad.
Okay.
It's going to be radical. Oh wait, is that a different? Do they put a 12? I forget. They might put a 12.
Dang it. That's tough.
They might put a 12 on theirs. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, you're gonna be
No, I put a Samex in the other one. I just put I just bolted it up. It worked. It worked, dog. I think they just use a different spur, maybe. I know that there's something different about the FCX24 and CR18P transmission gears.
Here's the belly here.
That was pretty clean. Good job, Doug. Here we go, dude. Push it up.
That's great, dude.
Such a hard push up right here. So freaking gnarly. Diffed out in the rear. Okay, we floating. Come on.
The problem is going to be clearing the belly if we can get it.
Not the best angle to see anything, bud. Whoa, let's go. Let's go. I think we're going to flip off. I don't think we'll make it. Didn't push up high enough. And we're on the front corner of the skid a little bit, I think. No, we're pushing past. So we're not having a problem because of the link. It's just we don't have enough dropout, period. Terrible, guy. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. Are you ever gonna clean it? You gonna do anything? Off. That's what you're gonna do. Flip over. Alright, Sammy. Show us something else. Let's do something else, bud. So, man, I hope that you guys are getting ready. It should be Friday when you're watching this. Or maybe Saturday. Or maybe you watch it this weekend. But true fans will be watching tomorrow, Friday, or today, I guess, when you're watching this. And I hope that you have a freaking awesome Friday. I hope you have a great freaking weekend, dude. Get you out. Get driving, dude. And if you haven't, bro, check out the site, man. Pick you up a Slayer. Texoma RC, bro. We're coming up on the end here. We just got to clear the belly. Look, see, it just had to show off one more time, dude. Catching it up on the belly. Rip to your flip, homie.